This is Bleed TV, the only podcast today's best shows and movies. I'm Zach.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Cash.
And guys, tonight we have a special guest. We have Sophie Grace. This is the young actress that is about to be the new star of the Lifetime original movie, Terror in the Woods. Sophie, how are you doing tonight?
Good. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing great. I think we were all pretty pumped that this. I have to say, you are definitely the youngest actress we've ever had on the show, and so it's kind of thrown us for a loop a little bit, especially since you kind of sound better than we do anyway. So, if excuse us if we kind of stumble over our words or anything, but I got to tell you, we're kind of really excited about this movie. To be clear. We're not usually very much for Lifetime style movies, but considering this is a step out and for a leap for Lifetime to do a movie about basically the Slender Man, is that correct?
Well, it's not completely about Slender Man. It's actually the internet monster we use is kind of a Frankenstein of a bunch of internet monsters, but the movie itself is mainly about the two girls who made a sacrifice in an internet monster's name.
Oh, see, I'm happy you cleared that up. So, there's one question I told the guys I have to ask this first, and they're mad at me, but anyway, and so on. So, the reality of this is that how did you feel knowing that you were going to audition for a role and got the role for somebody who was basically going to be a killer?
Well, I really like characters with a bunch of layers, with depths that you really have to get into. And this character, since it is inspired by true events, I was able to do research, and that actually made it a lot easier for me, and I was kind of looking forward to this role because I really had to think about who this girl was that it's inspired by and what she went through and what she was thinking. And I got to transform into someone completely different, and I thought that was really cool, and I was really excited about it.
Wow.
Well, Sophie, I was going to ask you about, whether or not you knew much about the case, but it sounds like you did some pretty good research.
Yes.
So instead of the group here, I'm the massive horror movie fan, so I'm just curious if that's something you've always been into, or do you have a favorite?
Well, I'm a thriller person. I love roller coasters. I love horror films, which is kind of strange because none of my friends and none of my families are those kind of people. So I'm kind of like the oddball, but I still always watch. I really like Annabelle because I think creepy dolls are the coolest thing. I have a bunch of creepy dolls, and I think that's just so freaky that they can make a doll come to life in movies and how the movie magic works. That's just my favorite.
Well, creepy dolls and playing a murderer is probably going to lose a few more friends. So get ready for that.
Well, wish you luck in that endeavor, and so on.
Just a few. So did your parents have to go out and buy a lot of things for you to practice stabbing? Is that something that you're just routinely able to do at the house or anything? Or
Well, I never really practiced, but once the day came, we did a little, run through of the scene to just see how it played out and how I was going to, tackle the girl.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
But I didn't really practice, and then there were some shots where I was literally stabbing a bucket of fake blood in sponges. And I guess that was mainly the most stabbing I've ever done.
So you're saying you were a natural. So,
one take, we were able to get it all done.
Once again, don't worry about keeping friends.
I'm kind of concerned for your agent at this moment. And his life insurance, yes. Anyway, well, that's great. So how is this movie, are you doing a lot of press and a lot of things going on? Is this kind of a really new and exciting part of your life right now?
Well, this was my first movie, and we are doing a lot of press. I'm about to go on a press tour and go to a bunch of different cities over the next few weeks, and I'm really looking forward to it.
I bet you are. Can you tell us a city or two where people might be able to come out and meet you if they're excited about the movie as we are?
Well, I'm going to Fargo, Sacramento, Tulsa, and 5 more, I believe.
Oh, my Lord. Good. Man, it must be nice.
Well, I mean,
I can travel like that. Well, that's great. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The movie comes out October 14th, correct? And that is in Lifetime, correct? Oh, that's great. That is absolutely great. Well, let me ask you this question. How long was the process? Was this a 6-week shoot, 6-month shoot? What does it mean to be a young child actor and be the lead of a role? Tell me what the life was like for the last bit, however long it took.
Well, it was a 5-week filming, and I mean, acting is who I am. I'm a storyteller, and which is kind of strange to my family because they're all like really sporty people. So I was it was just so new for everyone in my family, and it was just an amazing experience, and I really enjoyed it. And I don't know, I just really loved it.
That's
no,
awesome.
understandable.
Awesome.
So how'd you find this love for it and everything if everybody was a sporty person in your family?
Well, every sport I did besides surfing, it just didn't click. And I was born an actor. I mean, I was always putting on shows for my family. I was always copying the TV of what they said and doing it in front of my family in the living room. I mean, and my mom signed me up for acting classes like, oh, you might like this, because, I mean, nothing had really clicked yet for me. And I just fell in love with it, and I will do it for my entire life because that's my passion, that's my dream.
So do you have a dream role you'd like to play? Maybe something else scary or terrifying for your friends?
Well, as much as I really love scary things and I'm a thriller person, I really love comedies. And Jennifer Aniston is my idol. So, fingers crossed I get to work with her someday.
Hey, that's definitely possible.
The Friends reunion, I feel that.
No doubt. No doubt. So, speaking of, future aspirations, I know that we're all excited about the Lifetime movie, but are there anything else in the works down the road? Anything you can mention? Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't.
Well, I mean, I feel very lucky to have landed my first role on my first audition.
Congratulations, that's huge.
Yeah, that really is big, girl. That's a big deal.
Thank you. And, I mean, I know this kind of thing doesn't happen every day. And, of course, I'm excited for what might come next. But for right now, I'm just having fun talking about this movie, which I can't wait for people to see.
I got you. Well, tell us some of your other co-stars. Tell us other people to be looking forward to, who his favorite person you worked with, and so on, so that when they really get into the movie, they know who to be looking for. Well,
my co-stars, Ella West-Jarrier and Skylar Morgan-Jones, will be my best friends forever. And I also got to work with Angela Kinsey, who played Angela in The Office, so that was a huge thing for me. And Drew Powell, who is in Gotham. So there were they played my parents, and I was like, oh, wow.
I feel so old.
They were really professional actors, but they were all so fun to work with. And like I said, Skylar and Ella, they're my favorite people in the world. And I'm going to go surprise Skylar tonight.
There we go.
I surprised Ella earlier this week, and I finally got a chance to, we're all going to see Skylar, and we're going to surprise her.
That'll be a lot of fun. Good
That's
deal.
awesome. I can definitely tell you're definitely excited about it and really enjoying it. And I tell you what, we've got a lot of listeners and so on. Do you have any social media accounts? Do you have a fan page? Anything that you can people can leave some comments or questions, or so that we can be looking for the future?
Yes, I have an Instagram. It's Real Sophie Grace. You can find me there. Contact me there.
Awesome. Well, we'll definitely do that. Well, Sophie, I'm going to tell you, it's been a real blast talking to you. We really enjoy getting actors on the show. I'm looking forward to October 14th, and Terror in the Woods on Lifetime is. I think it could be a really good movie. I hope it really gives you the stardom I think you're looking forward to and excited for. And I hope that you'll keep us in mind when you get even bigger and badder star, and you may talk to us again. Would you be so kind?
I would love to.
Awesome. Well, guys, we're going to call it a night. This is Sophie Grace again, and make sure you check her out on Instagram. Make sure you check out Lifetime Movie on Terror in the Woods, and so we're going to call it a night. So this is Bleed TV, and I'm Zach.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Cash.
We'll catch y'all later.